For hundreds of years, the word demon has invoked fear and chaos in the minds and imaginations of people around the world. For decades, Hollywood has made movies based on this terrifying entity with grinding teeth and distorted faces and the possibility of you, the person, becoming possessed by this spirit. However, what is the truth behind these entities? Stick around, we'll find out. And hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Philip Page. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscription button and that notification bell. And while you're at it, go ahead and pound that like. That way the YouTube algorithm will know that you're actually paying attention to me. On quite a regular basis, I have comments that come into me saying that you are contacting demons, that you are allowing demons into your home, and be careful because you are summoning demons. Well, I want to take a step back from that for one quick moment, and I want to talk about the history of demons and where they actually come from. Now, as a disclaimer, before we get going, I know that this topic will probably make some demographics upset, that they're going to disagree with what I have to say. All I have to say to that is that you have a choice to either watch this video or not. And if you want to research yourself, I will provide links to the topics themselves down below. That way you can research this information for yourself. Alright, so let's get into it. Now, I know that some of you are fairly new to the channel, so I want to give you a little bit of a background on me. I grew up in a Christian-based household, and it was always told to me that if you even thought about demons, that you were opening up a portal to where they could come in and possess you. And so to even utter the word, I was scared to death. I was terrified of these beings as I was growing up. As I stepped away from the church, not saying that I stepped away from belief, let me make that very clear, but as I stepped away from that particular church, which was a Pentecostal church, and I started to explore a little bit more with other faiths and other religions and other forms of belief, I stumbled across some information from when the Hebrews were translating the Old Testament from Greek into Hebrew. And what I thought was fascinating was that the Greeks used to have a deity known as, however you want to say it, daemon or daimon, spelled two different ways. This deity was neither good nor bad, however neutral. And the idea of this deity is that it would help us, humankind on earth, to either achieve goals or carry messages to higher spiritual beings and to help us along. Well, as the Greek was being translated into Hebrew, daemon became demon. And through time, this deity became associated with what we know demons to be now. Now, mind you, again, this didn't happen just overnight. This happened over a period of hundreds and hundreds of years for this to take place. So when people contact me and they say you are invoking demons, that you are allowing demons into your home, that raises a question for me, because do I believe that there are bad spirits? Absolutely. Do I believe there are good spirits? Absolutely. Just like I believe there are good people and there are bad people. And I believe there are also people in between. Just like I believe there are spirits who are in between. However, am I believing in this day and age that these malevolent spirits, these troublemakers, are necessarily demons? I'm having a harder and harder time believing in that, simply because I now know, and again, these links are below, guys, I now know that demon was a word that was translated from a Greek word that didn't necessarily mean a malevolent spirit. It was a neutral spirit. So when comments are left that I am talking to demons, or that I am allowing demons in, please know that I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. Okay, so we can't have a discussion about the Christian demons without having to talk about their boss, the big man himself, Satan, the devil, the dark one, Lucifer, Beelzebub, so many different names for one entity. And depending which form of Christianity you believe in, these are either, all these names belong to one individual, or there's a hierarchy of who is who in the leadership. In other words, they're all different beings. So when we take a look at the very first Jewish temple that was developed, the first Bible that came about, the first Jewish Bible, Satan wasn't the Satan that we know of in today's Christian Bible. As a matter of fact, Satan wasn't even really the entity's name. It was more of a title. You see, Satan, back during the first temple, was more of a judge, more of a lawyer, I guess you could say, and who would pass judgment on souls who would pass through. It was around the 14th century when the poet Dante created Inferno. We all know Dante's Inferno. What had happened in the creation of that poem, he took the idea of the devil and combined it with another god, Pan. Pan was known as the god of fertility and the god of lust. Now, during this time, Christianity didn't really like the idea of lust. It was viewed as a bad thing. So he combined these two elements. So that's why now we have the image of Satan as part goat and part man. And I don't know why. Maybe we feel that it taps into our animalistic side. Who knows? But that's where he got the idea for creating this character of the devil. That's also where the idea of hell came from. If you take a look back into the earlier Bibles, hell was not mentioned as we know hell to be today. Hell was more of a general term. Again, when they were translating that Greek Bible over into Hebrew, just like the word demon, hell was used as a placeholder for other words that were being translated over. So that's how modern day Christianity has come up with this view of hell and Satan and the devil. Again, now I am not saying that there aren't bad spirits and there aren't good spirits. I truly believe that there are. Just as there are good people and bad people, I believe there's the same in the spirit world. Also, I want to make very, very clear that I am not trying to persuade, nor am I trying to dissuade anybody from their belief. The reason, again, for this video is for those who write in and say that I am contacting demons. And I'm trying to explain there is a historical buildup as to what demons are now compared to how they started, their origins. It's something that has been created during translation. Alright guys, so I want to thank you so much for your time. I know there are going to be some of you who are going to have comments about this, and that's fine. Go ahead and comment. I've made my statements. I am not trying to convince anybody of anything, nor am I going to be convinced of anything. So for those who want to write in and who might want to tell me in your own way that I am wrong, that is left up to opinion. I've done my research, and again, if you want to see research from quotable, notable sources, they will be in the links below. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for your time, and I will just see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.